Welcome back, everyone, to my YouTube channel. It is your girl, Dr. Elizabeth. I am your business startup expert. If you are looking to start a business, especially in the mobile labs, in the diagnostic lab space, you are in the right place, the right channel. All you just have to do is go ahead and hit the subscribe and notification button so that you can be in the know when I do drop my videos. Today's video is going to cover all the basics that you would need to learn or know, especially when you are doing drug testing. We have a lot of um, testing or business or services that we do here in the industry. DNA is another one. Blood draw is another. Lead test, ink, fingerprint, background checks. It goes on and on and on and on. And my favorite service to do is lead testing. And that is because I get to make almost $10,000 in a day, in an event, at a community event when I do this lead testing. If you feel like this is kind of like exaggeration, you probably want to ask my students, or you want to do a little bit of research about me, what I do, my journey in this space. I consider myself as a business startup expert. I am the best in this industry. You can say how. How did I know? First of all, my review speaks a lot for themselves, right? What I do speaks a lot for themselves. And on top of that, people call me, come to me, cry, and say, gosh, they've been, waiting, they've been misled, blase, and I get to help them in their journey. Not only just help them, but I see that they have results. So without further ado, I would love to walk you through some processes, I said, when it comes to drug testing. I want to teach you how you can maximize your profit doing drug testing. And with me, I have quite a few. I have drugs cups here. I'm going to be showing you different types of cups that we use for drug testing, in the industry. I'm going to walk you through this process one by one. If I were you, I'm going to go ahead and hit the bell and subscribe because I have a lot that I share with you. All right, so this is my first cup here, and this one here is called the Instant Drug Testing Cup. These drugs is instant. This cup is instant because it gives you the results right away. In less than 10 minutes, you can interpret the results. You can read the results. It's here. All you just have to do is open this patch to review the results of the drug testing. This cup here can test up to 10 panel. We have different types, different panels of cups. We have 5, we have 7, we have 10, up to 20. It depends on what your customer, your client is looking for. If they want to test up to 20 types of drugs in the blood system, you give it to them. But the one that's the most common in the industry is 10 and below. 5 panel is for DOT drug testing. I'm going to cover that soon. So this cup here gives you the results. Like I said, you have to purchase this cup. You have to buy. The lab does not give you this for free. The lab sells these cups. You can get these cups with your this cup with your clear waiver. It is considered a clear waiver cup, and you would need a clear to get this cup. Although you can buy from some vendors that do not require your clear, just make sure that the cup is not expired, because these cups do expire. If you check this, it's from this package here, it does have expiration dates. Okay, so you're going to do the rapid cup. You will make money. When I said this cups gives you a lot of money, it's because this cups cost nothing less than $3, less than $3. If you do your shopping and do your calculations very well, you can make. So when it costs you $3, you can make up to how much? Maybe $85 per test, right? Depends on how much you want to charge. But one cup costs you less than $2. You can charge anywhere from $75 to $95, depending on your area. So you just want to do your market analysis to know how much a drug testing is going for. With this one here, you're going to need a result template because you have to give the results. All right, so this one here helps you cut the middleman. You don't have to process or send this to the lab. The only time that you will need to send this same urine to the lab is if your customer or your patient comes back positive, and you will send it to the lab for confirmation. I also have a way that I teach my students. I'm not going to show you all that here. There is a way you can also cut the middleman doing this drug testing. The other one that you can do is the DOT or non-DOT. This cup here is also only solely for non-DOT. However, this one here is the DOT cup. As you can see, it's sealed and it comes directly from the lab, and it has split collection because DOT is regulated and they want you to do A and B, 30 and 15, a total of 45 ml drug testing. So you have to instruct your donor or your client, your customer to, open the seal because it has to be sealed. You got to make sure they open the cup, they select the cup and break the seal. Once they break the seal, you give them instruction. Also, there is a temperature gauge here. You have to, if you are a DOT specimen collector, you probably know what I'm talking about. If you're not a DOT specimen collector, you can take the course. I have the course available. It's on sales right now, but you will be able to read the temperature here. You already know that your temperature needs to be in range. What is in range? Your temperature has to be about a 90 to 100, a 90 to 100. Then you split the urine. This guy right here, you have to send off to the lab for processing. You do need an MRO. You need your CCF form, your chain of custody, to conduct and to document all of your testing activities. All right. In this case here, you fax all the copies. Again, the course is lengthy. You have to learn to do DOT drug testing. Also, this same cup here is also can be used for non-DOT, lab-based. Anytime you see this type of cup that you're going to break the seal, it's always from the lab. You have to send this off to the lab. In that case, you only just need one value. You don't need two. For non-DOT, you only need one value and do only 30 ml and send it off to the lab. Your MRO is going to read your results and send you back the results. You need an MRO. On the other end, this is another cup right here. It is used for drug testing, also for urinalysis. A lot of doctors would use this and ask you to pee in the cup if they need to test your pee for examinations for clinical reasons or even for drug testing. But majorly, this specific cup here has a suction hole in it. You just have to open this hole here. You have to open this hole and insert your tube. When you insert the tube like this, you dip it down, boom, voila, you can suction the pee, the urine from the cup, and you send it off. So it's more of for clinical purposes, okay? And also this one here, lastly, I have this cup. It's also a Quest cup. LabCorp has this type of cup. All this lab has this type of cup. You can also use this for either urinalysis or for rapid drug testing. So some cases are available. Like I said, this is the best here. These two allows you to make a lot of profit cutting the lab, unless if your customer specify and say, hey, I need a lab-based account. What is the differences between a lab-based account or drug test results and a non-drug test lab-based? It is the report. The report has lengthy and it comes with numbers, the gauge, right? The numbers, like, if the result is coming back from the lab, it has the numbers, the levels of the drugs in the body. It can quickly break it down. There are breakdown for you to test your levels of drugs in your body system, all right, in your client's body system. So this one here, you have to buy, right? You have to buy it and to print the result. With this one here, all you have to do is get a dipstick. There are dipsticks for drug testing. I actually have some in the office. You just have to take that once they pee in the cup. You just have to take the dipsticks and put it in the pee to read the result. That's the very, very minimum based and cheapest. I personally will recommend that you do the cups because it's more clinical, it's more advanced, and more accurate, right? So you would need to learn all of these things if you want to do drug testing. So put in the comment, let me know which drug testing you are going to preferably be offering in your business. For me, I would do the rapid because one, if my patients are asking or specifying if it's not DOT, you also have to know what DOT drug test is. There are certain agencies that uses the DOT. Like I said, it's a split. DOT is always, always split collection. So you have to let, if your customer didn't specify, most likely. So I'm going to give you examples of some industries that are non-DOT. They are going to be your staffing agency, your healthcare, your nurses, security companies, barbershops, your, those places that typically would need drug testing. And for those that the DOT are going to most likely be your truck drivers, your airline operators, the pilots, the hairdressers, all of those people in the DOT industry, all right, tow companies and all of those. So I hope this video helps. Let me know what you think. Which cup are you going to use? So you let me know. This is cup 1, so go ahead and put 1. I like cup 1, or cup 2, which is the split specimen cup, or this one here, 3 and or 4. All right, so I'll be your guest. I'll be back. Go ahead and subscribe and put in a comment so I can bring you rich content or richer content in the future. Bye, y'all.